The desert lay still, too still. Rango had walked for hours under the burning sun, but now the sky blood red, and the wind carried whispers he couldn't understand. Far ahead, the silhouette of a church stood alone, like a tombstone for a forgotten god, and in its broken window, something watched him, a pale, lifeless face, black eyes unblinking, the veil of a nun fluttering, though the air was still. The old door groaned as Rango pushed it open. Moonlight sliced through the dust, revealing broken pews and shattered crosses. He took one cautious step, and then another. From the shadows at the far end, she stood, motionless, skin-like, cold marble, lips cracked and bleeding, hands folded in prayer. But her fingers were claws. Her gaze locked onto him and didn't let go. A single candle flickered in the darkness. Its light trembled on Rango's face, his breath quick, his hands cold. Behind him, a sound, not footsteps, a whisper. He turned, and from the shadows, her face emerged, yellow eyes glowing, faintly, breath cold against his cheek. Her words were not meant for human ears. The lantern shook in Rango's hands as he stepped between the pews. Shadows moved where they shouldn't, slipping between the benches, vanishing when the light touched them. And then she appeared, not in the shadows, but standing, smiling. Her smile stretched afar, teeth jagged, eyes bright like molten gold. Her habit moved as if it floated in water, but the air was still. The hallway narrowed, stone pressing in from both sides. Rango's boots scraped against the floor as he crept forward. Then, the walls came alive. Hands pale, skeletal, burst out, grabbing for him, nails black as night. At the corridor's end, she hovered, her eyes locked on him, her mouth opening wider and wider until the darkness inside her swallowed the light. The altar dripped red. The smell was thick, metallic. Symbols carved into the wood glowed faintly, pulsing like a heartbeat. Rango froze. Valak towered above the altar, holding an inverted crucifix. Her jaw hung low, revealing a second set of teeth deep inside her throat. Her shadow moved differently than her body, stretching toward him. The room was dark until every candle lit at once. The flames danced, but in each one, a tiny screaming face. Her face, dozens of them. Rango stepped back, but the real Valak walked forward, her eyes burning brighter, her habit in tatters, black smoke curling from her body. The air grew heavy, as if the darkness itself was leaning in to listen. She bent too far, her spine cracked like dry wood. Then she crawled up the wall, claws digging deep into stone. Her head twisted until it faced him, upside down. The scream that followed was not human. It was a sound that made the air tremble. The mirror was old, dusty, but Rango could still see something in it. Not himself, her, standing right behind him, smiling, her skin torn away in places, bones showing beneath. He spun around. The room was empty, the mirror shattered on its own, the shards still reflecting. Her face, she floated above him now, hands on either side of his head. Her mouth opened, and smoke poured out, crawling into his eyes, his ears, his mind. Her crucifix swung violently as if pulled by unseen hands. He could feel her inside him, scratching at his thoughts. The ceiling dripped, not water, blood. It poured in heavy drops, staining his clothes, burning on his skin. She walked through it untouched, smiling, her face cracked like shattered porcelain, her eyes glowing like hot steel. Every step she took, the air grew colder. The spiral stairs groaned under his weight. The bell swung slowly, though no one touched it. And there, outside on the ledge, upside down, her head twisted the wrong way, she watched him. The wind howled, but it wasn't the wind. The floor broke away, falling into black nothing. Rango clung to a beam, his feet dangling over the void. She hovered there, weightless, her eyes no longer gold, but blinding white. The roar she gave shook the walls, and the pit below seemed to answer back. The church collapsed around him, walls crumbling, dust choking the air. Every doorway ahead, she was there, closer, her claws longer, her skin splitting apart, her teeth fully bared. No matter how fast he ran, she was always waiting. The book glowed faintly on the altar, ancient, heavy, dangerous. He began to read. Her scream cut through him like a blade. Her skin peeled away in strips, revealing something far worse beneath, a black, skeletal-shaped dripping shadows. The ground shook, and the walls groaned as the church tried to keep her in. The book's light burned brighter, blinding. She reached for him, claws just inches away, and then the light struck her. Her body twisted. Her habit caught fire, her scream echoing into nothing. She burst into dust, vanishing into the black. The dawn came slowly, washing the desert in pale gold. Behind him, the church was gone, only rubble remained. But as he looked into the sand, in his reflection, she was still there, smiling.